Hello, listeners, and welcome to this week's episode of the Conspiracy Vault. I'm your speaker, Casey, and for this instalment, I'm going to be talking about Canadian singer-songwriter Avril Lavigne, who reached her peak of fame and fortune in the 2000s with popular pop rock hits such as Skater Boy and Complicated. This conspiracy focuses on the theory that began circulating many years ago in 2003, that Avril Lavigne has actually passed away and has been replaced by a body double named Melissa. Before we get started, I just wanted to thank Jack and Tertia for the recommendation of this theory, and also to shout out Tertia's Etsy store. It is Astridia Designs, and there are some amazing things on here that you can buy. There's custom phone cases, there's custom Starbucks cups, personalised tote bags, keyrings and bookmarks. There's reusable face masks that have things printed on them like it goes over your nose. Tertia's Etsy store, Astridia Designs, is awesome, so you should really check it out if you're looking for some new merch. I also wanted to warn listeners that this episode does come with themes of suicidal ideation. According to Britannica.com, Avril was born Avril Ramona Lavigne on September 27, 1984, in Belleville, Ontario, Canada, to parents Jean-Claude and Judith Rosanne. Her parents married in 1975, and Avril's father was a Frenchman who named her after the French word for the month of April. Avril would grow up to be a middle child, having an older brother named Matthew and a younger sister named Michelle. Avril's musical talents became recognised by her parents at the tender age of 2. Her parents were both very devout Christians, and Avril would sing in church services. Supporting her musical tastes, her parents purchased Avril an array of instruments throughout her early life. However, their faith caused some commotion within the home as Avril's access to music was restricted by her religious mother and father. In 1999, Avril caught the attention of a manager when she sang in a local bookstore. She was only aged 14 at the time and would later go on to win a radio show the same year that gave her the opportunity to duet with Canadian country sensation and musical royalty Shania Twain. She performed this duet in front of a crowd of 20,000 people, and in 2000 would even sing vocals on the albums of a local country singer named Stephen Med. Soon after, Avril left school, and with her parents' blessing, she moved to New York with her older brother Matthew. Working alongside a professional producer, it wasn't long before Avril signed her first contract. This was for 2 albums and was worth over $1 million. She was only aged 16 at the time. Some of the recording and post-production of Avril's first album took place in Los Angeles, so she took a flight over there to finish with the production of Let Go, which was released in 2002 and would gain 6 times platinum status and sold more than 18 million copies. This album had recognisable hit singles like Skater Boy and I'm With You. Avril would go on to release albums in 2004, 2007 and 2011 that would each add to her fame and fortune. However, rumours began to circulate online that Avril had actually died in 2003 and was replaced with a body double named Melissa, who continued to release music, posing as Avril. This would suggest that every album after Let Go was not the work of Avril Lavigne, but rather this strange imposter. So let's circle back and take a look at where this theory stems from and the basis behind it. In 2005, a Brazilian Avril Lavigne fan page site began publishing ideas that Avril was no longer Avril. The theory revolves around the idea that Avril, at such a tender age, was feeling the pressures of her fast rise to fame and the stress of the paparazzi and touring and live shows and talk show interviews. The Avril Está Morta, or Avril Lavigne is Dead.blogspot.com, adults with experience who have been through it all and experienced it many years over still feel the extreme pressures of gig commitments, being followed around by the press and having every detail of your life on display for the public. Because of this, the theory suggests that Avril began using a body double called Melissa. There is even an iconic photo of Avril with the name Melissa written on her hand as she presents her fist to the camera. It's unclear who Melissa is or where she came from. There are a few articles online that suggest her full name is Melissa Vandella, but Bustle.com goes on to release an article that goes into detail about how there are no traceable social media pages for Melissa that seem authentic or that have been verified, as well as background information on how or where Melissa was found to become the body double of Avril. The theory states that Avril fell into a depression and was found dead in her apartment by her record label. After this, Melissa was brought in full-time to replace Avril. Allegedly, she had been trained to sing in Avril's style and learned her mannerisms and how she speaks. This theory uses lyrics from songs such as I'm With You to show examples of Avril's depression, with words such as I'm standing on the bridge, I'm waiting in the dark, and isn't anyone trying to find me? It's a damn cold night, trying to figure out this life, nothing's going right, and everything's a mess, and no one likes to be alone. This original 2005 theory came about not long after Avril's release of her second album, Under My Skin, where the differences between the second and first album are apparently overwhelmingly striking. The first point made is how the artwork and font used is completely different, that the wording is in black, which is suggestive of mourning, and that the title Under the Skin suggests that this is no longer Avril Lavigne, but Avril under the skin of the imposter. The theory suggests that this album cover and title were used to send subliminal messages about Avril's death. The post even goes on to describe how the somber photos used in the album sleeve suggest mourning, with some photos lying on the floor, as if to say something. Not only was this a radical change, the style of clothing, music and appearance of the singer had also changed hugely. The song Nobody's Home has been attributed to Avril being home alone when she completed suicide, with lyrics such as her feelings she hides, her dreams she can't find, she's losing her mind, she was left behind, she can't find her place, she's losing her faith, she fell from grace. The theory goes on to say that the suicide itself is described in the song My Happy Ending with lyrics such as, let's talk about it, it's not like we're dead, was it something I did, was it something you said? Do not leave me hanging in a city so dead, hanging so high on such a breakable thread, suggesting that Avril died by hanging. The theory looks into several music videos and talks of black clothing showing mourning and mirrors used to reflect the old Avril and the new Avril. It goes into detail about music written by Avril's best friend and band member, Evan Tauberfeld. He uses these lyrics. It's been so quiet since you went. Sometimes I wish I could move on. The memories will all fade away. So many things I should have said when I had the chance. Apparently this suggests that he misses the original Avril. The theory then looks at photos from Avril from 2003 to 2004, stating that physically her nose is different, and how Google tells us that Avril is 1.55 metres, but Avril's official record in 2002 was 1.58 metres. Old Avril always wore all-star Converse sneakers, but new Avril prefers heels. There are lots of clips of both Avrils singing, with old Avril being described as mezzo and new Avril as soprano. The pronunciation of certain words from one Avril to the other apparently are different as well, and there are even examples of how Avril's signature has also changed significantly from the old Avril to the new Avril. The theory is then summarised in 10 main points this way. 1. Different faces, mainly the nose, brackets confirmed by a specialist. 2. Avril measured 1.58 in 2002. The new Avril measures 1.55. Brackets, people do not decrease in size, only in old age. 3. The voice of the new Avril, besides being thinner, it cannot reach the same notes that the old Avril did in the songs. Brackets, example, complicated and I'm With You. 4. The subliminal messages of the CD Under My Skin, brackets, cover, booklet, lyrics of the songs, and more messages are hidden in video clips. 5. Evan Taubenfield left the band the year Under My Skin was released and made a song saying he lost his best friend. 6. The handwriting has changed. The new Avril even uses another autograph. 7. Sudden change of personality, way of being, style, etc. 8. The old Avril said she would never wear cute fashion clothes in the diva style. Brackets, she hated singers who used this style and she rejected this term diva. The new one dresses this way and receives the title of diva and does not care. 9. The old Avril said she would never display the body for the cameras. The new one does this in clips and photo shoots. And lastly, number 10, the older Avril said that she would never adhere to pop style with dancers doing choreography on stage. The new one does this all. Avril Lavigne, clone or not, would go on to lead a successful career in the music industry. She married, or Melissa married, Derek Jason Whibley in 2006, lead singer of pop-punk band Sum 41. The couple were married for 4 years before divorcing in 2010. Soon after, Avril dated the Hill star Brody Jenner, but the couple split after almost 2 years. After this, Avril began dating frontman of Nickelback, Chad Kroeger. After the couple spent time working together on Avril's 5th studio album, the couple married in the south of France in 2013, but separated in September 2015. Since then, Avril's romantic relationships have either been non-existent or remained out of the press. Avril opened up to newspapers and magazines around her 30th birthday about her health. She announced that she was battling Lyme disease after contracting it from a tick. Because of this, she has taken a step back from the entertainment industry, describing how the disease had her almost bedridden for 2 years. CelebrityNetWorth.com estimates Avril's worth at around $60 million and lists her awards, stating Lavigne has won more than 160 of them, including 6 ASCAP awards, 7 BMI awards, 8 Juno awards, and 6 World Music Awards. In 2004, she earned the Guinness World Record for youngest female with a #1 album in the UK, and the previous year, her song Complicated won an International Achievement Award at the SOCAN Awards. She has received 8 Grammy nominations and in 2009 was ranked number 10 on Billboard magazine's Best of the 2000s chart in the pop artist category. Her video for 2007 single Girlfriend was the first video to hit 1 million views on YouTube. In 2012, VH1 named Avril number 84 on their 100 Greatest Women in Music special. So what are your thoughts around this conspiracy theory? Is the radical change between Skater Boy and the culturally inappropriate Hello Kitty enough to suggest that this theory is real? That a change in Avril's nose, cheekbones is a sign of an imposter and not possibly plastic surgery? Are different moles and freckles on her body the sign of a doppelganger or the result of makeup or body modification? Is there any merit to the supposed subliminal messages in the lyrics and videos of Avril's earlier music, or is it normal for an artist to shift and change their image from album to album as their music and experience and age grows? Avril Lavigne responded to this theory herself, calling it dumb. But what are your thoughts? Come and let me know. Until then, I'm your speaker Casey, and this has been The Conspiracy Vault. You can find me at cultvaultpodcast@gmail.com or Twitter and Instagram at cultvaultpod.